take this playwriting class last spring with Dave, and Charles was in it, and Nancy. So that was really fun. Maybe others are from the class too.
Yeah, Irina.
Hi. So anyway, this was the play that I wrote, and I wrote it about my neighbor when I was a kid growing up in Los Angeles. Lived in West LA. It was like the 1970s, probably 1975 or 6 or so. And I lived on a very neighborhoody street, and we had a bunch of kids on the street, and the neighbor across the street was kind of a crazy guy, but he had a daughter that was my age, so I was quite good friends with her. And this is just one of the little adventures that I had with Dix, my neighbor, and friends. So, I think that's all. Yeah.
Well, hi, how are you?
Oh, hi.
Hey, welcome to Lincoln Marble and Slate.
Well, I'm just looking at these pieces here. Some cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Did you engrave these yourself on site?
Well, yeah, it's a family business. My father taught me all the skills and worked here most of my life. Eventually, I took over the business.
So you do like personal engravings for customers, private customers, like gravestones and the like?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Now, we don't do, just gravestones. We do all kinds of things, garden pieces, indoor decor, fireplaces, a patio, furniture, any kind of stone carving you like. We do large, small, we have connections with local businesses, we take commissions, we can engrave and shape almost anything you need, depending on, what substrate you choose. By text, images. Some stone allows you to carve even three-dimensional etchings. We do a lot of bird feeders, fountains. We can even do cement molding. Why, there's lots of things.
Yeah. Tell me about this pile right here.
Oh, okay, we guarantee our work. We see an error, we redo it. Of course, within reason, we make sure you write out and design the piece, so we're working with the same expectations. But mistakes happen. Happen to anyone.
So you're saying that these pieces have errors on them? These are gravestones, right? Errors, huh? So you're going to take a loss on these. What are you going to do with them?
Well, okay, it depends. Sometimes if we catch an error early and it's not large, we can buff out the piece and reuse the stone. Or if it's too involved, we'll break it up for other uses. It really just depends. Let's think on what you might be interested in having done. By the way, we just got some unbelievable Italian granite in. It's really unique swirly pattern. We can personalize that for almost any project, indoor, outdoor.
So really what you're saying is you can't use these. You're just going to take a loss on them, right?
Yeah, all right, we do. We take a loss. Look, we don't often make errors, but we stand by our products and want our customers to be happy.
So say this one right here. What was the error anyway? What's your loss going to be? How would you like to maybe cut a little bit off your loss? Maybe sell it to me, so it's not a complete loss for you.
Well, look, man, I didn't catch your name.
Name's Dix.
Dix, this is not a piece that anyone would want. I can't exactly remember now. Something incorrect about the names or date of birth or death. We redid it, and actually, I do remember now. We did catch this error before the customer saw it. We corrected it. We brought it over to the Westwood Memorial Park Cemetery. We do a lot of work for them. Now this stone has been sitting here since then for years. It's extremely heavy, hard to move, hard to deal with.
This could be perfect. You know, I'm gonna buy this from you. How about $100? Good deal for you, man.
Well, right. Okay. But let's say 150, and you haul it away. I just don't have time for this.
You got a deal, man. I've got people who can come and get it, and I've got cash, but you really need to write this up because I sure don't need a receipt.
Did you say cash?
Cash I did.
Step right this way.
I'm for adventure and play. Don't care for judgment. I control all my days. Out by gravity. No will to conform. Join the fun if you wish. I'm lucky. I'm Dix!
I'm so glad you could come out for a walk with me today, Margaret. It's really nice to have you over here on another perfect day in Southern California.
Sure is. I'm so glad you asked me to come out on this walk.
Pleasure, it's a pleasure. What's that? Oh, that's my neighbor, my crazy neighbor's place. I think I've mentioned him to you before, maybe.
Speaking of one, you were talking about a coffee the other day after lunch at work. Had a party for his daughter, 8 years or something.
That's it. Tessa's eighth birthday. Yeah, she invited the kids on the block. There's 6 kids on the block here. She invited them over for cake, and we had their cake and games and dinner. And then Dix took them out on a bike ride, late-night bike ride, up a couple blocks where the golf course is. He had scoped out this hole in the fence to the golf course, so he snuck them all in there. And they just went biking up and down on the grassy hills and the golf course.
Oh my. You allowed Sandy to do that, to go with the kids? Weren't you frightened?
Well, you know, I knew it would be an unconventional birthday party. Everything with Dix is unconventional. He really pushes the envelope. But these kids have all grown up on the street their whole lives. They know each other super well. They play every day after school. There was no way that I could keep Sandy from going to this birthday party. And, you know, Dix pushes the kids, but he's pretty good about being there and pushing them just to their level. So I was okay with it.
The whole thing. I've never seen anything like that.
I know. Well, it's always something different with Dix. The kids, though, they really have a blast with him. Sandy said that riding on those hills in the golf course there was just like being on a roller coaster. It would go off and all of a sudden, whoosh, down the hill on their bikes. She wasn't uncomfortable, though. You know, she really felt like Dix was there with them.
He sounds pretty much like a kid himself.
Yeah. He really is.
So what's the story with this grave
Oh,
in
yeah.
his front yard?
This grave. You know, up until a couple weeks ago, he had nicked it from the VA cemetery up on Wilshire Boulevard. Yeah.
How did he do it?
Well, I guess he just went in one night and pulled it out. It was, he brought it here, put it on this mound, decorated it up with flags, American flags and flowers, and then he would tell passersby that it was his Uncle Ron's grave, Uncle Ron from the VA. He had a whole story about it, And sometimes I'd even see him faking a tear as he told it to people.
What happened to that stone?
Was there for a good 8 months, and then the police came and confiscated it.
Well, didn't they throw him in jail? I mean, what's the penalty for stealing something like that from the VA?
I don't know. They fined him, but I don't think it was much. Maybe they had trouble telling that it was really stolen, or maybe Dick sweet talked him. He's very good at getting out of things, talking his way around life. Anyway, a couple weeks later, or a couple weeks ago, this one showed up. And this one's actually a double grave marker. So he had to change his whole story about his Uncle Ron.
Right, makes sense.
Heather, hey neighbor, what's up? Gem of the day, this is why we live in SoCal, isn't it? Yeah, this is the place to be. Is this your friend, huh?
Yeah,
I'm Dick.
Margaret.
Nice flowers you've got.
Ah, thank you. Yes, it's very important to us. Great to see you guys out in the sunshine. Oh, yeah, it's very sad. That was Ellen. My sweet Ellen and her husband Flynn. Those two were inseparable. Can you believe they died within an hour of each other? Who can believe it? It's amazing. We knew them well, childhood friend of my wife. But they wanted to be together for eternity and they couldn't afford a plot. So we put them right here. We made that happen. We take care of them. It's kind of a comfort. Yes, it's a comfort to us. Knowing we could provide the two of them a good place to live, to end up. All right, gotta get going. I'm heading down to the beach to try out my new roller skates. Hey, Heather, what do you think of my new streamers? They're gonna look pretty nice when I'm zipping along that sidewalk. Down to Venice.
Six, yeah.
I will see you later. People are gonna notice me.
Well, we're off too. Have fun. Enjoy, Dick.
See you,
See you
Heather.
later. I have no idea where he got this new gravestone. He likes to make up a story about it. Last week, it was a different story. It was about twin cousins of his or something that died in a plane crash.
Well, Angelinos.
Los Angelinos. Understatement of the year. Oh no! Oh my!
Hey, hi, how you doing? Oh, yes, it's really sad. A long disease, you know. It was splotch disease, that's what it was. Terrible. My Aunt Ellen and Uncle Flynn both came down deadly ill. And you know what? They died at almost exactly the same time. So sad that, hey, they are together here for eternity and in a good place. I wanted them to be with me, and here they are, together.
That cannot be Flynn. This is not possible. What are you saying?
What do you mean? It's Flynn, right here. That's his name, Flynn Wellesley. You see the name on the stone? And his wife, Ellen. Oh, sweet Ellen, my dear old feisty aunt.
Flynn Wellesley was my husband. He died 3 years ago. How do you have our gravestone with my name, both our names, and my date of death the same as Flynn's? We have a shared plot up at Westwood Memorial. My spot's reserved next to him. How is this possible? I am not dead.
Hey, it's a mysterious world. Maybe you are dead, but you just don't know it. I'm sticking by what it says right here on my gravestone. Yeah, but you're entitled to your own opinion. What are the chances? Guess I might have to head down to Lincoln stone and marble, get a new stone, because I don't want my yard decor to be empty again.